Hello. So, a couple days ago, I was contacted by developers of the 3D LUT application, and they asked me to review new software they released that, for some reason, kind of went off my radar, and I don't see it. And that they call Retouch4me. So I was kind of intrigued by this. It's supposed to be healing brush, kind of fast. And tell you true, when first time I hear about this, I saw many different tools that work similar ways, and I wasn't really impressed. That's why I'm still doing by hand. So, but no, these guys and developers who did this, they did incredible job first on 3D LUT Creator. This is one of the application that I think one of the most powerful application to create your LUTs or for color corrections, and you can do really incredible things. But problem with this application was it is require quite a bit learning curve. So it's not like very intuitive. You open and you start instantly doing. So it's required learning everything. Like in good things, the guys who did this application also covered plenty of education materials, so you can spend hours, and it's amazing stuff you can do with this. So, and of course, because they developed the other application, Retouch4me, I was very intrigued by this application. When you install this application, it is installed as standalone and also as a plug-in in a Photoshop. And it does work with latest version of Photoshop, so it was nice. And after installation, I start kind of like playing around, and let me show you actually what it does, so you can also have this experience what I have it. This is photo, for example, one of the model, and no makeup, nothing. We did specifically photo shoot for this, but you can see we have this red dots acting right there. And what I usually do, when retouch, I create new layer, and you can do or frequency separation if you want to do this. But in the easy, fastest way, you just create healing brush. You're going inside, sampling, removing, sampling, removing, and you just go around and fixing more, like right there. So applying texture. If you're not familiar how this works, it's creating actual local area frequency separation, small areas, and apply it around this. So we preserve low details like skin and some skin tone, but removing some of those elements like redness and other things. And you can see just a little bit, but it's take time to apply this. So I was intrigued how this tool does it save time for me. So let's go as example. I'll create new layer right here. We'll delete this one. And as a plugin for Photoshop, we'll just go to Filter, Retouch4me, and let's go open Retouch4me Heal tool. It's take quite a bit actually fast. You can see how it's going to analyze. And if you notice right here, it already removed it. So let's look original and remove it. So you can see how much it's applied. Of course, as we look on a tool, we have options, and we look maybe another photos will look a little bit more how to do this, but options right here to mask specific areas or erase those masks. Also, we have sensitivity for the element, how much we can sensing effect. And from what I understand, it's sensing the bicolor tone and contrast rate on specific. So if you're familiar with the frequency separation, you know how you can separate it different sizes of the elements based, and seems like it is separating mid-tone red, mid-size, about size of the can be of the like this and other ones. Let's don't do mask at this second. And when you apply it, what's happening, you end up with this clean image. I mean, it is a time saver, and result, I was really impressed how fast well it's worked. Of course, after this, I will apply probably dodge and burn, apply some other smoothing and other effect, but overall, you can see how fast it's working. It's a fast and really impressive how it's applied. The best things as using as a plugin, I can create my own action. I can put an action inside the batch processing. And when I have it, I can run through all my photos and process them this way very fast. So it saved me literally hours and hours on the small retouching. Or if you outsource it, save you money to do this. Standalone application, however, does not have a batch processing built in, so it's only one photo at a time, and also it's only support JPEG, PNG, and a TIFF format. So nice things when you do inside the Photoshop, of course, you can work from your raw processing and other ones and as layer. So this is one example. Let's go look at another one. And here example, same. I look on the face, and by the way, this is my face, and it does not look so many elements. So I was wondering how much this application will do at that time. So let's create new layer. We'll go to filter, retouch me here, but you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and open here. So we'll open. Again, it's take a little bit time to process. Okay, and just we'll ignore all of this mask, everything. We'll just click apply for now. And here we have it before and after. And I noticed how many small things was removed that maybe I will miss it. Nice things, it's still keeping some elements of the skin, so its skin look nice. And sometimes right here you maybe want to retouch afterwards a little bit, like it's for some reason ignore this element. But you can look, it's actually did a very good job to creating very nice overlay. So I was going after this, okay, if it's detecting by tone and everything, let's go create some other image where we have it more red tones and multiple elements, multiple people here. So let's go ahead, duplicate this one. We'll go again, filter, retouch me, and retouch here. So it's take a little bit time to processing. Again, it does much faster than I will do by the hand. Okay, we can go zoom in before and after. Of course, something minimize you need to do, but here's interesting things. Okay, let's go zoom out. And we'll use its sensitivity decreasing, and you can see with sensitivity we can see what size of elements we want them affect. Seems like going smaller. Notice right here we have a line, hard line right there. Probably it's a shadows affecting also. Okay, and also on an apple we have a little bit apple and glove right there elements. I don't necessarily want to remove maybe some of these elements from the apple. So what we can do, we can click on eraser, and its sensitivity of erasing also we can how much we want it. And you can take and start erasing mask from those elements. So for example, if I don't want it, I want on a hand, but maybe I don't want it on this element. So I can erase elements. And if I accidentally just go erase somewhere, you can go back to the painting and just repaint back. Okay, let me zoom in. And this is kind of funny. We have the line going right there. It could be or compression or other elements. We also can a little bit smooth out around, but you can preview where a brush going. Okay, let's go back to our preview. There are also options. You notice it's created a new layer, but when I retouch, usually I created blank layer, and my retouching down on this layer so I can preview or edit. Nice things, we have also option called make mask. Let's go ahead, click apply. And what's happening, you can see we created actual mask of those editings. So let's create a new layer. We'll fill up, let's go with a gray, we can preview. And you can see right here the elements where the mask was applied. Okay, let me go just to fill up black or other colors. So this is kind of nice about mask. You know what? Let's go back to our original one. Well, right there, preview, so you can see it's kind of affecting. And notice when I did a mask, it's kind of funny. So let's go do again. Right here, we'll do one more. We'll go filter, and we'll just go straight from retouching. So it will remember our previous settings, what we have around. And right there, we have our change, and there's our mask. I still kind of wonder about this line right here, but it is shadowing. It is kind of shadow right there affecting. So it's kind of interesting how it's detecting on this case. Notice we do have it a little bit smudging on some texturings. But nice things about this element on top that we also can go and touch up them. Okay, so the size when it's smaller affecting this way. Let's go back to our previews. And I'll just go to create a new. From this, we'll go to the filter. Let's do one more time. Okay, processing. Our mask is enabled. We want to 100% sensitivity. Let's go click apply. And that same is takes a second. And you can see as well, this is our mask we applied. And I think we can also modify the feathering around. Okay, so if we're going here, and on a skin, it's actually, if you work with frequency separation, when you do a low frequency or high frequency like skin texture, you actually want to have hard edge brushes because it's blend very well. If we do low frequency, bigger one, then we want a little bit more softer edge. So it actually does very good job by adding those hard edges. So it makes us blend to the skin very good. Okay, let's go come closer. And it's look good on this. I think when you have a little bit smaller elements, it's have a little bit problem with the sampling, because right here you can see, I definitely can see loss of the texture in these elements. But again, this is much smaller and it's only apply in this area. So we do have it. And also I think right here a little bit smudge. Let me see. Yep, you can see it on the side, the effect. However, if you do this, we can go create mask. Let's go 0, and we can always, just a little bit touch up like this in some of those elements, which is still be quite a bit impressed. And how I say, I only found a little bit problem with when I do like smaller type, and as well sometimes I did on purpose with color confusion. You can see we remove some texturing from the apple. Maybe you don't want it, but for this reason we have this brush or eraser inside the tool, so we can mask out only areas that we want to apply the effect. But overall, on smaller you may have a teeny tiny problem, but it does jaw-dropping literally effect how well it's performed on removing those blemishes on the skin, and a little bit it helped retouching. So for me it was very nice discovery. I'm definitely will include this tool now in my workflow because it saved me hours and hours of work. I will provide link below if you're interested more to look on this tool, what it can do, or you can go to the website. It's called retouch4me, so retouch4me, and try download this application. Again, it's come from same people who did a 3D LUT Creator, which is one of the best LUT creation and editing application, and you can go again check that as well. But this is very simple, and I'm giving, if I have it stars, probably 5 stars to this. They do need it maybe modification, couple things, If it was in standalone application, maybe add batch processing and maybe support some other formats, not just only a few formats of the files, but as a plugin for Photoshop, it's work excellent, fast processing, and yeah, definitely will work in my processing. Again, it's a before, after, and before, so you can see it does a great job just affecting those areas right there. So avoiding the eyes, avoiding detections. And thank you for watching this short review, and I will do a little bit more videos and tutorials how I'll include this plugin in my workflow now. And if you have more questions, just please post below. Thank you for your time.